And we are back live at Warwick High School. Here we go with a minute left to go. Both teams are making their way to their bench. This is Matt Lawrence on the mic. Ed Dillard behind the video. We are bringing you live 845 Sports Nation. Tonight, the visiting Goldbacks come in with a 3-1 record, coming off a victory just last night against Kingston High School. Kingston, a longtime rival of Newburgh. Newburgh handled them well last night, 80-46. They're coming in with a 3-1 record, only playing 3 games in 2021, and their first game last night in 2022. Had some schedule mishaps. Warwick, on the other hand, 10 games, 4-6, coming in with a tough schedule. Their last 2 games, they've only played 2 in 2022. I lost to Pine Bush, was their last game on January 7th. It was a 3-point loss, great game, tied right down to the wire. And then a loss to Kingston, same team that Newburgh beat last night. They were handled by Kingston 83-41. We're going to turn it over to the PA announcer now as he introduces starting lineups for both teams and with our national anthem to begin our game here. Again, you're listening live on Sports Nation.
For the playing of the national anthem.
Our officials for tonight, Artie Truss and Al Powell, Section 9's finest for our matchup tonight.
And ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to announce the starters for both ball
Our
clubs.
PA announcer is the athletic director, Mr. Greg Sirico from Warwick High School. Longtime Section 9 friend and great guy.
McAllister. Starting for the Goldbacks, number 3, Andre Crosby. Number 4, Jalakai King. Number 5, Aiden Brown. Number 11, DeAndre Johnson. And number 23, Samaj Branch.
Starting 5 for Newburgh, they are coached by Frank DiNocenzio. On his bench, Jason McAllister, Mike Robinson, who is the JV coach, and Todd Cooper, all former Newburgh Free Academy players. And the man giving us a shout out at 845 Sports Nation.
Coached exceptionally well by Joe Mackey, assisted by Pete Bradley. Wildcats coming off a
Joe Mackey, the coach for Warwick.
championship just 2 weeks ago. Wearing number 1, playing guard, junior Jacob Gonzalez. Captain and senior number 2, Tim Leonard. Captain playing guard, number 11, Joe Holder. Senior forward, number 22, Jake Dury. Captain playing forward position, number 24, Harrison Neal. Al Powell. Welcome to our friends from
Al
North
Powell.
Carolina. Reminder tonight there will be no unsportsmanlike conduct.
So sitting on Warwick's bench, one of the finest players to come through Section 9, started at John S. Burke, is Pete Bradley. He is the assistant coach to Joe Mackey. Joe Mackey, the head coach for Warwick. Pete Bradley, one of the most electrifying shooters to ever shoot in Section 9. Hopefully some of his knowledge will transfer over to the Warwick kids for a long time standing program. If you've ever seen him on the court, he was just electrifying. Again, Newburgh versus Warwick's opening tip-off. Newburgh, great size, and just a very dominant team as of this 2021-22 season. Very early. Jalakai King, their leader, and DeAndre Johnson, the big 6'7", 6'8" center, starts out with 2. Newburgh always playing very up-tempo defense, looking for steals, trying to contest almost every shot, and they will out-rebound you if you let them. Most teams got to work really hard to box out because they have verticality. They can get up, they can get after the ball. And traveling on Warwick and give the ball over, you cannot afford turnovers when you're playing against Newburgh. Quality possessions only. Newburgh's been averaging about 80 points a game, highest in Section 9, probably one of the highest in the state. Their only loss this year coming to Bishop Laughlin on a tournament. And that was with a bunch of New York City teams. They led the entire game, and then in the second half, couldn't hit the shot, the wide open shot. They went cold and lost by a few points. Newburgh turns the ball over back to Warwick. Warwick very fundamental, a lot of off-ball screening, and a quick foul for Newburgh's number 23, Samaj Branch. That's his first and the team's first. Newburgh's got to be careful to get into foul trouble. They do have a deep bench. They have a couple sophomores on the bench. Long three-pointer, very Pete Bradley-esque. They really haven't been challenged this year besides the Bishop Laughlin team. No Section 9 team has really challenged them. Great defense that time by Warwick's number 11, Joe Holder. Holder, one of the captains for Warwick. Great physical defense. Chest on the ball as he's going to the basket. Early on, 2-0. Newburgh still looking to find their groove. Warwick looking to find their first basket. Holder again, what a great move. 6'7" wings just come right over the top. A quick Warwick foul on a pass. It'll be Newburgh ball out of bounds. And that foul on Joe Holder, that is his first personal foul and the team's first. Newburgh in their quick transition, they will cause you all kinds of chaos in transition. They all handle the ball well, go to the basket, and boy, do they play over the rim. Anything that we've seen so far, you will watch Newburgh play, and they will get good verticality on all possessions. And on some breakaways, it might be a little magic. We've seen some great dunks. Warwick with a lot of back screening. Great fundamentals, good ball movement. They're making Newburgh go all over the half. Joe Mackey up off the bench, encouraging his team, telling them they're doing a great job, just not putting the ball in the basket yet. Again, we're 2-0, almost 3 minutes going by, 2.5 minutes going by. 2-0, both teams, it's like a chess match. They're kind of feeling each other out. The big man with a three-pointer. And the dunk and follow. Samaj Branch, not only with a great rebound, but a really great look at DeAndre Johnson calling for the ball as he's coming in by himself. And a quick timeout taken by Warwick. They got a 30-second timeout. Mackey is agitated about something. During that timeout, just want to bring attention to some of our sponsors here on 845 Sports Nations. for the best tasting cakes and pies and cookies, you can email the Cake Lady. She is at cakelady@cakesandpies.com. Again, 845 Sports Nation sponsors for each game and sponsors throughout the season. It is the Cake Lady at cakelady@cakesandpies.com, and for Newview Multimedia. If you want to make your next business event or sporting event a hit, you can contact info@newviewmultimedia.com. Again, info, I-N-F-O, at newviewmultimedia.com. A quick 30-second timeout. Mackey wants to get his Warwick Wildcats to regroup. Newburgh coming out a little bit slow for their tempo, but I don't think that's going to last. Personally, have seen this team 2-3 times already. As soon as they find their footing, it's usually a whole different ballgame. Again, they just last night played Kingston, so they might be still a little tight. This is the guy you got to watch. All the way to the basket. Jalakai King, the most electrifying point guard, probably in Section 9. King again, all the way through to the basket with the finger roll. Again. One-on-one, he's literally unstoppable. Newburgh out, suffocating defense. They'll let you get the ball once. That's a good play by Joe Holder. Joe Holder, falling back on defense, knocks the ball out of Newburgh's hand. Talking to Coach Frank DiVincenzo before the game, telling me how good some of the other teams that he was playing were, but he's beating these teams by 30, 40 points. One of the most humble coaches when it comes to how good his team really is. He said they're still trying to find their way. Again, they're only 4 games into the season, and some of these teams have been 10. So he's deep off the bench, at least 2 or 3 was really without missing anything. He's got a great shooter on the bench as well. Sophomore guard Jaden Lorenzo can pull up from pretty much anywhere. And that's going to be a quick foul on Newburgh. It'll be their second. That is Andre Crosby's first personal. It's the team's second foul. Janiyah Medeiros coming in for Warwick. Also, Nate Constable. Medeiros may create a little bit of a matchup problem. And to the basket once again, Jalakai King. Andre Crosby for Newburgh matched up against Janiyah Medeiros. Crosby, a very physical player, and definitely has the size advantage. Warwick still looking for their first basket. Oh, you feel the dunk coming here. DeAndre Johnson. Good call. 12-0. That's a great kick out. Good penetration to the basket. These are the types of shots you have to hit against the Goldbacks. When they give you an open look and you don't knock it down, you're probably not going to get another. There's Warwick's first points are a 3-pointer by number 24, Harrison Neal. Neal from deep, showing range. And the jumper by Aiden Brown. He's fouled. He's fouled by Harrison Neal, number 24. That's his first personal. And for Warwick, their second team foul. Aiden Brown going to the line for the Goldbacks. He'll be shooting 2 shots. Newburgh only shooting 53% last night from the free throw line. And the first one is good. Stop right now, and they're shooting 100%. But last night, 53%. And Kingston only shot 53% from the foul line last night. The two teams not too good from the free throw. Well, there it is. And that's why they call it an average. 1 for 2 to start out the line. (13-3). Warwick with one lone three-pointer. Newburgh with a bunch of twos and a foul shot. Turnover again. That is a third turnover for the Wildcats. 2:26 left to go in the first quarter. The one thing you'll see on the Newburgh sideline, it doesn't matter if Coach Dino is up 10, up 20, or down 20. He'll be up on the sideline coaching the entire time. Samaz Branch with a big rebound for the Goldbacks. Gets it blocked. A nice block by Warwick's Nate Constable. Clean block, gets his own rebound, and you cannot pass the ball over the top of Newburgh. The steal was by Andre Crosby, knocked out of bounds by Warwick. It goes back to Newburgh. Substitution entering the game for the Goldbacks will be number 32, Cleon Taylor. He gives Samaz Branch a blow again. The Goldbacks coming off a back-to-back against Kingston last night, coming here to Warwick, and then taking on Middletown in 2 days. So 3 games in 4 days. Newburgh working the clock, looking for the play. Got the 6'8" center posted up, and he misses. Great defense by the Wildcats. Wildcats on a 1-on-3. Nice rebound and a kick out on the pass. Great hustle by the Wildcats. The foul on the Goldbacks, number 32, Cleon Taylor. That is his first. And the team's third foul. Again, the foul on the pass. Warwick ball on their own baseline with 1:35 left to go in the first quarter. The jumper no good. Rebound, Jalakai King. King down the middle for the Goldbacks. Decides to pull it out, work some of the clock. Waiting for a play to be called. Goldbacks set up their offense. Goes to the top of the circles. Splits the defense. DeAndre Johnson gets the rebound, kicks it out to King. King with the three-point jumper. Jalakai King with 9 points in this first quarter. 16-3 with 1 minute left to go in the first quarter here at Warwick High School. Jaden Lorenzo in. Up at the table for the Goldbacks, waiting to get checked in on the next break in action. The Goldbacks on a 3-on-2 break. King again from the corner. Three-point jumper, good. Jalakai King, 12 points to start out this first quarter. 19-3 in favor of the Goldbacks. Warwick doing everything they can to hang with Newburgh. Shots are just not falling for the Wildcats. Wildcats hustling after the ball, playing good defense, trying to get the open shot, but the Newburgh defense is very smothered. Great move to the basket. Timmy Leonardo scores 2 points. 14 seconds remain. The Goldbacks will hold it for the final possession. King has the ball near the top of the key. Great wide open shot. Off the side of the rim, taken by number 5, Aiden Brown. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Warwick High School with the score 19 for the Goldbacks and 5 for the Wildcats. Again, you're listening to 845 Sports Nation. We'll be right back. And you heard the horn coming back live from Warwick High School, 845 Sports Nation. This is Matt Lawrence. On the microphone, Ed Dillon. Behind the video, we're bringing you live sports throughout the Hudson Valley on 845 Sports Nation. Warwick High School having a first quarter, a little tough, not hitting the open shot, hustling for the ball. You cannot lack their hustle. They do not lack the hustle at all. You can't fault them. They just have not hit the opening shot, and that has nothing to do with their shooting percentage. It has everything to do with the Newburgh defense. Newburgh, a smothering defense, closing out shots, hands up, just coming at you when you're shooting the ball. Shooting the ball in the paint, you're either going to get hit or they're going to block the ball. That's all there is to it. Warwick will start the second quarter with the ball at midcourt again, 19-5, starting out the second quarter. Starters back in for both teams. The scoring by Newburgh by 3 people. Jalakai King, 12. Aiden Brown, a foul shot. And the big setter, DeAndre Johnson, with 6 points. On the other half of Warwick, you had a 3-pointer by Neil Harrison and Timmy Leonard with the jumper in the paint in the last minute of the first quarter. The steal by Jalakai King. Didn't know what to do with the ball. I thought he was going to rise with it. He started to lose it, threw it right up at the basket, scored the 2 on the fast break. He's such an electrifying player, very talented. Plays basketball 365 days a year. Plays on AAU. Has been a starter for Newburgh for 4 seasons since he was a freshman. One of the most talented guards that we've seen come through Newburgh probably in the last 30 years. Newburgh with the ball near the top of the key. Very hard to miss. DeAndre Johnson, 6'7", 6'8". And a really long wingspan, over 7 foot. Nice kid, too, and great looks at the basket. Andre Crosby with the backdoor cut gets the pass. He's the recipient of a great pass by DeAndre Johnson. Johnson with another rebound. Jalakai King goes up in the air for the shot. Those are what you don't want to see in a 20-point game. Guys going up in the air and not being able to land on their feet. Joe Holder from Warwick picks up the second foul. That's his second personal and the 3rd team foul. He's got 2 quick ones. Mackey looks like he's going to send in a substitution so he doesn't pick up his 3rd in the first half. Jalakai King at the line for the Goldbacks again. If there's one place that the Goldbacks struggle, it is from the foul line. Not a good shooting percentage from the foul line. Good shooters from the outside. King hitting 2 3-pointers already. He's a pretty solid shooter all the way around. And he knocks them both down. So far 3 for 4, but again, just touching on last night, a 53% free throw percentage for the Goldbacks. Something they know they have to work on, but again, this is only their 5th game right now of the season. DeAndre Johnson, the big center, comes out to close down. And there he is, Jaden Lorenzo. What he lacks in height, he's got in hustle. He saw the pass coming before any of us did and was able to get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds. DeAndre Johnson running out to contest a 3-pointer as a center. And again, he's got about a 7-foot wingspan. The follow by DeAndre Johnson. Rebound and 2-hand dunk in one motion. And he's a junior, 11th grader. And he's talking to him, he's the nicest kid. And the guy I just talked about, DeAndre Johnson, picks up his first. Probably a little overzealous on the defense, wanting to get another steal. Once they get that dunk in, they want another one. So he's out here trying to trap the ball outside. And as he does it, he picks up a foul. Johnson again. Outlets the ball to King. King to the corner to Lorenzo. He can light him up with the best of them. Lorenzo with his first shot attempt from 3-point. Not good. Hustles back for defense. Meets the ball at the top of the key. Nice move. Just doesn't fall. Jacob Gonzalez with a really nice move inside for Warwick. Just does not get it to fall, goes off the rim. 27-5 right now in favor of the Goldbacks. Jalakai King bringing it up near midcourt. Nice pass by King inside. Out to Johnson. Johnson with a pull-up jumper. Johnson plays like a guard sometimes. He's out here dribbling the ball, puts it between his legs. With a nice spot-up jumper again, Jalakai King. King leading all scorers. 12 in the first quarter alone. He's already got 6 here. Great defense by Jaden Lorenzo. Lorenzo causes the ball to go back onto the offense and out of bounds. Into the game for the Goldbacks, Elnathan Johnson. Johnson gives Crosby a breather. And right away, there's Lorenzo. Lorenzo with the miss, and Jalakai King grabs the loose ball, spots up for another jumper. His shooting percentage in the first half is off the charts. Lorenzo with the smothering defense, trying to force a turnover, turn him into a double play. Nice pass from the three-point line, no good. Rebound for the Goldbacks by Cleon Taylor. Up to the circle. Elnathan Johnson. Johnson to King. King to Lorenzo. And Jaden Lorenzo with a running one-hander falls short. Warwick, it looks like a 4-out. 4-out outside the three-point line and one man in the middle. Good switch. Coach Dino up by almost 30 and just still getting on the players about playing defense and hustling. Errant pass by the Goldbacks. Second turnover of the game, Elnathan Johnson. Thought Lorenzo was going to spot up in the corner. Lorenzo thought he was going to pass it to him on the way in. Warwick trying to regroup still. Hasn't scored in the second quarter. 5 points in the first quarter, 32-5. Again, still setting the screens. Warwick hustling to the ball, spotting up for three, and finally connected in the second. Number 3 for a three-pointer, Shane McCullough. Shane with 3 points. And a Goldback foul on the missed opportunity. The foul on the Goldbacks, number 23, Samaj Branch. That is going to be his second personal. Should be the team's 6th foul. Correction, 5th foul. Pulling up again. Almost a second three-pointer. Johnson with about his 8th rebound of the half. King just steps over half court, draws the defense. He's got double post on both elbows, now gets a screen. Good read by Warwick with the steal. Harrison Neal steals the ball, a missed opportunity down the other side. Looking for the alley-oop to DeAndre Johnson, and Warwick was not having it. Harrison Neal standing in front of DeAndre Johnson, knows what's coming, knocks the ball out of bounds, ends up going off of DeAndre Johnson, and it is Warwick ball with 2:18 left to go in the first half. Again, 32-8 in favor of the Goldbacks. Newburgh's double team draws Jalakai King and DeAndre Johnson out, leaving the middle open. with a free shot. Coming over is Jaden Lorenzo for the defense. Make sure that he's not going to get the and one and nothing easy. Makes the foul for the Goldbacks. That is his first personal and the team's 6th foul. And at the line for Warwick, Jacob Gonzalez to shoot 2. His first just short. A substitution coming in for the Wildcats. Nick Nicosia. Again, first one just short. Gonzalez for his 2nd free throw attempt. Makes the correction. And a timeout taken by the Warwick team, Coach Joe Mackey. Once again, a big shout out to our sponsors of 845 Sports Nation, New View Multimedia. If you want to make your next business event or sporting event a big hit, you can email or contact us at info@newviewmultimedia.com. That is INFO, info@newviewmultimedia.com. And again, for the best cakes and pies in 845, email the Cake Lady at cakelady@cakesandpies.com. It is Cake Lady, C-A-K-E, Cake Lady at cakesandpies.com. A big thank you to our sponsors for 845 Sports Nation. If you want to sponsor one of the games here in the Hudson Valley on 845 Sports Nation, again, info@newviewmultimedia.com. Following the Warwick timeout, 2:02 left to go in this first half. Newburgh with a commanding lead, 32-9. Jacob Gonzalez just hit his 2nd of 2 free throws. Warwick going to a 1-3-1 zone. They were originally in man, changing it up to a 1-3-1. Newburgh looking a low double post. A Warwick foul as Newburgh takes about 25 seconds off the clock. They'll get a new shot clock. Shane McCullough with his first personal for the Wildcats. That is team number 4. Again, a new 35-second clock for the Goldbacks with 1:36 left. King stands out, commands the ball right near the center circle, waiting to see his offense set up again. Now they're back in man. They were at 1-3-1 defense for a little bit. First time we saw them play. Coming up on 1 minute, Warwick with the steal. Big 3-point in the corner. No good. Rebound, DeAndre Johnson, his 9th of the first half. Jalakai King all the way to the basket from one side to the other. 2 points for King, and he is on fire for the Goldbacks. Under a minute, 50 seconds left, 34-9. Goldbacks lead by 25. The nice jumper by Warwick's number 22, Jake Dury. Off the glass, a running one-hander. Dury with great defense on him, too. And Newburgh with another turnover. 3 in this quarter alone. 24.4, 34-11. The Goldbacks just looking to contest the last shot. Jacob Gonzalez letting his offense set up, looking for the screen. Gets double teamed, almost a steal. Samaz Branch with the double team with Jalakai King knocks the ball out of bounds with 5 seconds remaining, 5.5. Warwick ball at midcourt. Gonzalez gets the ball, hurries up to the front court. Inside the lane, pulls up with a jumper. And at the buzzer, it's no good at halftime. 34-11 here at Warwick High School. Newburgh with the commanding lead. as both teams exit the floor for their halftime. We're going to take a short break here at Warwick High School. Once again, 845 Sports Nation. Thanks for joining us. Come on back for the second half. We'll be right back.
Today's half-court shooter will be Warwick's all-section defensive back, Justin Hurd. Here he goes. Let's hear it for Justin. And representing the ladies tonight.
Looking for exceptional yet affordable live streaming services for your corporate or sports event? Then we've got you covered. At New View Multimedia, we specialize in live streaming and photography services that are designed to make your event a success. Utilizing the latest technology, we ensure that your live video reaches your audience in the highest quality, no matter where they watch. And with our beautiful editing and incredibly fast turnaround times, we ensure you can quickly market your product with confidence. Just visit newviewmultimedia.com today to learn more about how our customized solutions can work for you.
by Warwick's number 22, Jake Dury. We're getting ready to start our second half. Again, a big shout out to our sponsors of 845 Sports Nation. Our game tonight, Warwick versus Newburgh, cakes and pies for the best cakes and pies and cookies in the Hudson Valley. Contact Cake Lady at cakesandpies.com and Newview Multimedia. If you want to make your next business event or sporting event a big hit, contact info at newviewmultimedia.com. Again, info at newviewmultimedia.com. It's Goldbacks ball to start the second half. They'll get it at midcourt. They start the second half 34-11. Starting five in for both, as referee Arthur Truss prepares to inbounds the ball to the Goldbacks to start our second half of play. Nice box out by the Wildcats, number 24, Harrison Neal. Three-point miss by the Goldbacks. Waiting for that steal was the Goldbacks' number 3, Andre Crosby. Crosby could not get a handle on the ball as his feet were faster, I think, than the ball itself. Had to pull the ball back out of bounds. Easy layup, and that's what usually happens. The layup is usually missed. Great defense by Warwick's number 24, Harrison Neal. Second time down the floor for the Goldbacks. Second time Neal has been involved in the defense. First time was a box out, second time a block. King, the hot hand for the Goldbacks, brings the ball out. Always looking to set you up right down the middle, and there he goes. To the left hand, he can go to the hole, left or right. And King for another 2. 25 in the game for Jalakai King. Neal grabs the loose ball for Warwick. He's out near the three-point line. Branch, I believe, is going to get called for the Goldbacks foul. That should be his third. It's the first of the second half for the Goldbacks, but again, Samaj's third personal. Getting up off the bench for the Goldbacks, number 24, Robbie Vasta. Vasta will probably checking in for Branch as he picked up his third foul. Vasta, one of the prominent players of the Goldbacks football. Sees action quite often for the Goldbacks. Good basketball player and hustles in on defense. A definite role player for the Goldbacks who has a knack for the ball. Warwick appears to be in a 1-3-1. Three-point jumper by the Goldbacks, no good. They start out 0 for 2. From the outside. Jacob Gonzalez takes the ball to the rack, and he gets fouled along the way. The ball does not fall in. The foul goes on the Goldbacks, and Gonzalez goes to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 from the line. Missed the first. And makes the second. Same pattern as the second quarter. Missed the first, makes the second. King from the outside, 0 for 3. The Goldbacks start out cold in the second half. King tried to sneak in a three-pointer. Nobody saw him down there in the corner. The guy who's got 25 points, I don't know how we miss him. But they left him alone. And fortunately for Warwick, he missed the 3. Warwick with great outside movement with the ball. And the big man. Both big men like to seem to shoot the ball outside. This is dangerous when DeAndre Johnson is on the break. And a nice pass from the Goldbacks number 3, Andre Crosby. And Aiden Brown with the 2. DeAndre Johnson. Intentional foul on Warwick. The intentional foul, because number 22, Jake Dury, did not want DeAndre Johnson to go to the hoop and dunk it. Fouled him from behind with 2 hands, pushed him. So no attempt for the ball. Clearly everybody in the gym saw. So now the intentional foul will be 2 shots for DeAndre Johnson, and the Goldbacks will get the ball back at the spot of the foul. Unfortunately, high school players watch the NBA way too much. You're basically giving the team almost 4 points if you end up hitting your foul shots. DeAndre misses the first. He's a pretty good foul shooter. See if he corrects it in the second. Just hits the front of the rim 0 for 2. But it is the Goldbacks' ball again, so Newburgh gets the ball, comes down, gets fouled from behind, 2 shots, and the ball back. Very similar to a technical foul, and it is a personal. Newburgh starts out ice cold from the outside. Oh for 4 to start out the second half from the outside. Johnson with the ball, standing on his own baseline, gives it into Jalakai King. King attempts to go in the middle. The defense shut down by Jake Dury. Dury not overly large, but he is a physical player. Johnson being double teamed. And Holder better hope it's not on him. And it's not. Timmy Leonard with his first. That would have been Holder's 3rd personal, but Leonard picks up the first personal foul and the second of the half for Warwick. Newburgh ball again. Robbie Vasta taking the ball out of bounds. The step back for the Goldbacks with the left-handed shot by Andre Crosby, and he's fouled by Warwick on the jump shot. And this one goes on Joe Holder. That's his 3rd. Holder's 3rd personal and the team's 3rd foul. Crosby's first time to the line for the Goldbacks. He'll shoot 2. Newburgh hitting at that. They're shooting at the same ice-cold rim, apparently, that Warwick started out in. Newburgh's 0 for 5 from the outside, even though one of them was a foul. And now at the foul line to start out, they're 0 for 3. Crosby puts an end to that and makes his 2nd of 2. Warwick looking for their first 2 or 3-pointer from the field. They only have a foul shot this quarter. And the rebound by the Goldbacks, Aiden Brown. Brown down the middle, shot by Vasta. Falls no good. The rebounds by Andre Crosby, then DeAndre Johnson, and then Andre Crosby again, and Crosby tips it in for 2. Newburgh controlling the boards on both sides. Great defense by Jacob Gonzalez. Crosby had the steal. Looked like he was going to go easy into the basket. Gonzalez with great defense down the other end, and now Newburgh in trouble down their end. They allowed an offensive rebound. Robbie Vasta with his first personal foul. And to the line will go the big man, Harrison Neal, who's been involved in a lot of defense for the Wildcats. He'll be shooting 2 from the free throw for Warwick. Neal's first is good. His second is good as well. Good form on the line for the big man. Each team with 3 team fouls in the first 4 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Aiden Brown controlling the ball for the Goldbacks. Almost a travel by Brown. King on the top of the key. On the reverse layup again, Neal. with the block. But DeAndre Johnson with the rebound and put back for the Goldbacks. The big man from outside, three-point jumper, Harrison Neal, and a timeout taken. Uncontested, Neal knocks down the three-pointer for the Wildcats, and a 30-second timeout is taken. It's taken by Warwick. So Newburgh last night taking on Kingston, shooting 30% from the three-point, 53% field goals. But from the field, they were shooting almost as much as they were from the free throw line. They shot 52% from the field. The second half, it appears to be at this half of the gym, this is where Warwick started out, couldn't put the ball in the basket. And now Newburgh starts out in the second half, same way, 0 for 5 from the outside. Can't put the ball in the basket on fouls. And it takes the big man 2 or 3 rebounds to get the ball back in the basket. Also a credit to Warwick's defense. Warwick smothering the big man and wants you, hey, if he's 6'7", have him beat you from the outside. Harrison Neal very active for the Wildcats. Posted right up against DeAndre Johnson. Johnson, a 6'7" junior. A nightmare for most teams on a matchup. And then you realize you're going to have to play him this year and next. Lorenzo always a threat for the Goldbacks from the outside. Johnson can't buy it. Takes a bounce. Back to the Wildcats. Gonzalez up over midcourt. Passes to the wing. Step back shot for the Wildcats, and it's good. The Wildcats coming alive. Number 2, Timmy Leonard with the 2-point jumper, his second of the game. Lorenzo with a high 2-point jumper right from the baseline. Warwick seems to be trying to regroup. Nice move into the lane. And a blocking foul called against the Goldbacks. Vasta had pretty good D. They're going to call it a block. His second personal and the team's fourth. No shot on that. It'll be Warwick's ball on their own baseline with 2:33 left to go. Nice pass inbounds to number 20, Latrell Willis, and Willis with the 2 points. And Warwick's coming alive. They got 21 points on the board. 45-21. And the ball knocked out of bounds by number 11, Joe Holder. Holder very active on the defense along with Harrison Neal for the Wildcats. Jada Lorenzo. Lorenzo takes the ball to the basket, gets it blocked for a jump ball, and the ball goes to Warwick. The Goldbacks started out the second half with the ball, so the next possession goes to the Wildcats. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Point guard Jacob Gonzalez nears midcourt. He's got Jalakai King playing defense. Newburgh doesn't seem as aggressive this second half, whether it's the 20-something point lead, but not as aggressive. And commits the foul, number 4, Jalakai King. That's his first. And team foul number 5 on the Goldbacks. 5 quick team fouls with just under 2 minutes left to go. Warwick ball in front of their own bench. Neal with the ball back to Gonzalez. Near the 3-point line, Willis, who just had the last 2, takes the jumper. And now King down to Lorenzo. Lorenzo has not hit from the outside yet and is usually almost as sure from there as you can be. Holder grabs the ball, tries to get through 2. Nice pass. Down to Willis. Willis misses, and Jalakai King with the rebound. King tries to move, brings the ball back out, again to Lorenzo. Lorenzo this time, just short. The Goldback foul on the shot by number 4, Jalakai King. That's his second. Gonzalez will go to the foul line again. He'll be shooting number 5 and 6. 1 for 2 in this quarter, 1 for 2 in the second quarter from the foul line. He's heating up. He hits his first as well. Coming in for the Goldbacks, Cleon Taylor. And entering, Shane McAuliffe and Nick Nicosia for the Wildcats. Newburgh at 45. Wildcats at 22. Warwick coming alive in the third quarter. No quit in the Wildcats. And he makes them both. His last 3 consecutive, and a total of 4 of 6 from the line for Gonzalez. No twos, all foul shots, 4 points for Gonzalez. And it is a 45-23 with 1 minute approaching on the third quarter. King for the Goldback stops just over midcourt to Vasta. Vasta looks over the defense and is back to King. Back to Vasta. They're looking to just make the defense go side to side, make them make a mistake. DeAndre Johnson tries the baseline, goes to stop, and gets called for the travel. Few big turnovers for the Goldbacks. They're lucky they had the lead they had at halftime. They're not coming out impressive in the second half. Johnson goes for the steal, misses, and the roll by Harrison Neal, another three-pointer. No twos in the game for the big man. 3 3-pointers and 2 foul shots. He's got a total of 11. Vasta coming back the other way, a 2-pointer for the Goldbacks. His foot just inside the 3-point line for the 2-point jumper. 20 seconds remain. Neal again with the ball near the top of the key. Willis going inside the lane. 9 seconds. Neal with the ball. He's got Johnson on him. And he throws it, errant, all the way from the top of the key. And that's the end of 3 quarters here at Warwick High School. A sloppy third quarter for the Goldbacks, a spirited third quarter for the Wildcats, and we're 47-26 getting ready to start our fourth quarter. We'll be right back, folks. Again, 845 Sports Nation, live here from Warwick High School.
Looking for exceptional yet affordable live streaming services for your corporate or sports event? Then we've got you covered. At New View Multimedia, we specialize in live streaming and photography services that are designed to make your event a success. Utilizing the latest technology, we ensure that your live video reaches your audience in the highest quality, no matter where they watch. And with our beautiful editing and incredibly fast turnaround times, we ensure you can quickly market your product with confidence. Just visit newviewmultimedia.com today to learn more about how our customized solutions can work for you.
First horn for the fourth quarter. Teams coming out of the huddle. Again, Matt Lawrence live. 845 Sports Nation here with Ed Diller behind the video. Bringing you live Hudson Valley sports throughout our 845. The Goldbacks will start the fourth quarter with the lead, 47-26. And the ball at midcourt. Jaden Lorenzo taking over the helm at point guard. Jalakai King now to the 2. The Goldbacks started out really cold to start the third quarter. They are 0 for 9 from the outside. 0 for 9. Have not hit an outside jumper to start the second half, and now we're in the fourth quarter. Jalakai King, the leader for the Goldbacks, with 23 in the first half. Only 4 in the second half. Did not take many shot attempts in the third quarter. Newburgh slowed the ball down, worked the clock a little. Again, coming off a doubleheader. They played last night, tonight. They had Friday off and coming back Saturday at noon against Middletown. That may have a little bit to do with it. King with the spot up, and he's cold. DeAndre Johnson Catches the ball, turns around, but travels. Never puts the ball down on the floor. Warwick moving the ball around patiently, gets stolen. The ball out to number 3. Andre Crosby dunks it down. Andre probably the best vertical on the team. Can leap out of the gym. Jalakai King gets the ball. Lorenzo. Tie up on the ground. Coach is calling a timeout. One referee's calling a jump ball. The other one's calling a timeout. They're going to confer. Make sure that the both of them got it. And Newburgh will be given the timeout. Good call by the coaches, recognizing that Newburgh has possession of the ball on the baseline. It's a 30-second timeout. Nothing long. So the Goldbacks start out 0 for 9. Their shots seem to be a little off. Could be some fatigue in the legs. Could be this side of the gym. Warwick started out the same way to start the first half. Warwick catches a little fire. They score 5 points in the first quarter and 6 points respectively. And now they come back and score 15 in the third quarter. So they more than double their output in the third quarter for the entire first half. Harrison Neal with 3 3-pointers for the Wildcats and 2 foul shots. No 2-pointers. Jacob Gonzalez 6 times on a free throw. He's 4 for 6. So some good hustle being shown by the Wildcats, even though the Goldbacks are almost double their score. Newburgh with Jaden Lorenzo, Jalakai King, Andre Crosby, Cleon Taylor, and DeAndre Johnson. 3 of the starting 5. Warwick has no starters in the game whatsoever. Oh boy. Newburgh just can't put the ball back in the ocean. Another one. Here comes Crosby again. Off the glass to DeAndre Johnson, who grabs it with 2 and dunks it down. That's made by defense. Those 2 are made by the defense. Coach Dino up on his feet right here on the sideline, telling him to play some defense because right now, Warwick's getting pretty decent looks at the glass in the second half. 51-26, Warwick ball on the opposite sideline with 5:46 left to go in the game. See, open 3-pointers, we didn't see that the entire first half. A bad lead pass, looking for an alley-oop. Bad lead pass by the Goldbacks. Nice fake, and the 3-point jumper is no good. Newburgh is coming out, contesting. Contesting the shots, contesting the passes. Now they're coming out playing a little bit spirited, but it took Coach Dino to get out and get after him to play some defense. A timeout on the floor taken by Warwick. Coach didn't like what he saw. Wants to regroup a little. And it's a full timeout by the Wildcats. Again, you're listening and watching 845 Sports Nation. Matt Lawrence, Ed Diller bringing it to you live here from Warwick, New York. A big shout out once again to our sponsors for 845 Sports Nation, Newview Multimedia. You can contact them at info@newviewmultimedia.com. Again, info@newviewmultimedia.com. Also, for the best cakes and pies in the Hudson Valley, you can email the Cake Lady. Cake Lady at cakesandpies.com. Again, Cake Lady at cakesandpies.com. A big shout out and thank you to our sponsors. 5:17 left to go here in Warwick. Newburgh on top of the Wildcats, 51-26. Both teams, big contest coming up in the next few days. After this, Warwick gets a break. They get a weekend off. Some snow coming on Sunday, Monday, and they play Marlborough Tuesday, 6:30 at Marlborough on January 18th. The Goldbacks get one day off, and then they're back at noon at Newburgh Free Academy. No spectators. Everything will be live streamed at Newburgh for as of right now. The Goldbacks bring the ball on the front court with 5 minutes remaining. Andre Crosby past to Jalakai King. King, one of the leaders here for the Goldbacks. Anytime the ball's in his hands, you got to keep your eyes open for King. He can shoot the three, bring it down the lane, or give a nice pass as well. Jaden Lorenzo to the basket and gets fouled on the way. He's going to go to the foul line. The foul is on Wildcats number 5, Jonah Medeiros. That is his first and the team foul, number 4. Lorenzo, a good shooter for the Goldbacks. Started out a little cold in the second half. See if he can right the wrong here from 15 feet away. First all net. Good player, smart player, knows the basketball game well, and usually lights out shooter. Not a big believer in coincidences. Warwick came out super cold on this half, and Newburgh came out in the second half super cold on the same basket. Lorenzo completes them both. Gets himself in the books from the foul line. 2 in the third quarter and 2 from the foul line. 4 points for Jaden. Warwick ball. Still in the backcourt with pressure being applied by the Goldbacks. King with the steal. Goes down to Lorenzo. Lorenzo spots up from the side. No good again. Constable brings the ball to the front court for the Wildcats. Subs seem to be getting a lot of playing time for the Wildcats right now. Constable puts the ball in the basket and the foul. Tries to get a three-point play, the Goldbacks foul. Goes on number 32, Cleon Taylor. Taylor's second personal and the team's 7th foul. All shooting fouls from here on in for the Wildcats. Constable tries to complete the three-point, misses the foul shot. The rebound, Wildcats. Crosby with the ball going into the lane. Beautiful left-handed finger roll and the foul. A nice spin move on the Wildcats. The foul was on the Wildcats, number 13 for Warwick, Nick Nikoja. That is his first. Andre Crosby to the line. He's 1 for 2 from there already. Crosby makes the first, and a substitution entering the game for the Wildcats will be Skylar Rodriguez. Constable matched up against Johnson. And Crosby makes them both for the Goldbacks. The Goldbacks 4 for 4 from the foul line in the fourth quarter, but 0 for in the field. Newburgh going to have to try and right the wrong there from the field. Just can't get the outside shot going in the second half. DeAndre Johnson with probably about his 15th rebound in the game. Jalakai King with a beautiful pass to Cleon Taylor. Taylor, the recipient, and 2 points. Jonah Medeiros in control for the Wildcats. Brings the ball up to Constable. Constable stops, pass, and the 2-point jumper by John Lupkovich. Just inside the three-pointer for 2 points for the Wildcats. The Wildcats now 30 points. 57-30. King calling for Crosby. Crosby gets the ball, steps back, looking for King at the top. Oh, he's going to try the three. Knew that was coming. The big man, J.D. Lorenzo, gets the ball. Newburgh with about 12 rebounds in the same possession. Can't put the ball in the ocean. Outlet of the ball for Warwick. Warwick with a cross-court pass. Can't do that against the long wings. Nice spin move by Crosby. And the travel call. Substitution entering the game for the Goldbacks. It'll be number 22. Also football player Marcellus Lockwood. Great football player, a lot of hustle. Called his name a bunch of times this year. Warwick with the ball near midcourt. Medeiros at the elbow to Constable. Constable gets cut off by DeAndre Johnson. Great defense. Great defense by the Goldbacks. Two bodies down, not necessarily a foul, just good defense. Got an injured player. Right away, Marcellus Locklery in the first 30 seconds, he might have taken a knee. So the Goldbacks facing Middletown. Middletown, their opponent. Probably the most formidable opponent in their bracket in Section 9. They're going to be facing them in a day and a half. They'll get to rest on Friday and then go to work again on Saturday at noon. That'll be at Newburgh Free Academy. We're resuming the game as we speak. Locklery up from the injury and makes his way onto the bench. J.D. Lorenzo in control for the Goldbacks. Gets across half court. Gets the screen from DeAndre Johnson. Johnson scoops to the hoop. Nice pick and roll. And Johnson with a great pass from Lorenzo for 2 points. Looked a little John Stockton, Karl Malone-esque. Pick and roll played well. Coach Joe Mackey bringing his team in. Again, Pete Bradley, long-time Section 9 ball player as well. A lot of talent on that bench as far as coaching goes, trying to transfer that talent into their players, getting them to believe. Clearly outmatched here, but has not been out-hustled. Warwick's hustle defense is what's keeping him in this game. Chasing down the loose balls, chasing down the shots, limiting Newburgh to the one shot, and then making their way in transition. Their big man, Harrison Neal, with 3 3-pointers from the outside, 2 foul shots, leading the way with 11 points, a total of 30 points. It's come in spurts for Warwick, and then sometimes just can't get it to fall. Newburgh with some suffocating defense, but again, it's come in spurts for Newburgh. Sometimes they're letting up the wide open shot. Sometimes they're contesting a shot and going the other way. Second half has not gone the way probably Coach Dino wanted it, nor the way Coach Mackey wanted it. Newburgh started out very cold, still has not hit from the outside yet. Medeiros with the ball, controlling it for the Wildcats. Stays up near top of the key. Cross-court pass, Constable from the 3. Rebound, DeAndre Johnson. Johnson gives it to Crosby. Crosby walks it up over the half court. Lorenzo, who's been in the game for a good amount of time, takes a break and is on the bench. King has the ball out near midcourt. On King pressuring Skylar Rodriguez. King with the pass way over to the other side, across court, and finally an outside jumper 3-pointer scored by Andre Crosby. Crosby with 8 in this half. And 3 points the other way. John Lupkovich got 5 in the quarter. Lupkovich with the long 3-pointer, and Newburgh quick on the transition. On the foul was Josiah Jones, his first, and it was the team's 6th foul. Now Nathan Johnson went to the line for the Goldbacks after getting fouled. Shoots his first, it's in and out. DeAndre Johnson gets his first break of the game. Samaj Branch with the 3 fouls comes back into the games and spells DeAndre. Played most of the game. Less than a minute left to go. No sense keeping him in. They got a game in probably about 36 hours. Second one also does not roll. That is the first 2 missed in the fourth quarter. They are 4 for 6 from the line. This kid can shoot the ball. Nate Constable comes down, doesn't hesitate, pulls up from 3. Constable with 5 in the quarter, and Lubkovich with 5 in the quarter, each with a field goal and with a 3-pointer. Aiden Brown with the ball, gives it back to Jalakai King. King to the foul line, brings it out. Looks at the D, takes a long 3-pointer for Jalakai King. 6 feet behind the 3-pointer, picking up where he left off, and his first points of the fourth. Now long 3-pointers by both teams. With 1 second left to go in the final score. Here at Warwick High School, 65 for the Goldbacks, 36 for the Wildcats. Once again, a nice big thank you to our sponsors, Cakes and Pies in the Hudson Valley. For the best tasting cakes, pies, and cookies, you can email the Cake Lady. Cake Lady at cakesandpies.com. And for your business event or sporting event, there's New View Multimedia. Make your event a hit and contact info at newviewmultimedia.com. That is info at newviewmultimedia.com. It's been our pleasure to bring you Warwick versus Newburgh here on 845 Sports Nation. When you can't make it to the game, tune us in. Again, 845sportnation.com or check us out on YouTube, 845 Sports Nation. For Ed Diller, this is Matt Lawrence. Thanks again for coming out tonight and enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for listening to 845 Sports Nation.